Good afternoon to all of you, our media friends. Thank you for coming for this press meet, and we are happy that most of the media who are present in Mangalore are here. The entire content, it's been already shared with you, and I would like to briefly highlight the points that I am going to speak. I have divided this content into three segments. One is about the company and its activities. Second, about tagline, business for purpose. And then third, I'm open to you for questions and answers which are related to the company and its activities and the business of purpose that I'm going to speak about. Now, about company and its activities, there are four verticals in the company. One is investments, second is venture capital, third is property development, and fourth is integrated facility management. Now, the first two, the venture capital and investments, they are run from Mumbai or operated from Mumbai. We have got a investment consultants team who do the stock market trade and also advisory services for the stock market. And we have venture capital where we invest, we identify the startups, the AI, that is artificial intelligence, the most well said now is the alternative energy, the expansion of product line, expansion of geographical locations. So in such, we are not angel investors for your information, but we are venture capitalists. So these two activities, the financial and legal due diligence of any venture capital that we are going to fund is done from Mumbai. The second two, that is property development and integrated facilities management, are operated from Mangalore. So we have a 100% subsidiary of Sapling Multiventures Private Limited. Under that, we have a 100% subsidiary, which is Sapling Properties and Facilities Private Limited, which is registered with ROC Bangalore. So the highlight of property development and integrated facility management, I would like to tell you. Now, under property development, we do the development of properties of our own. We don't do anything jointly with anybody. And the first sapling or the first building that is going to come up, that is in Kandavara Gram Panchayat in Bajpe. And this will be having the residential apartments as well as retail. It's all mentioned in your kit. Now, why we are going to Bajpe and what is our concept, that I would like to touch upon. This is the first sapling that we are going to have, and in the course of, say, in the next 18 months or so, we are creating a land bank. In this land bank, we will go to the outskirts of Mangalore because we do not want to pressurize the infrastructure of the city. You know, media friends, that such huge buildings are created, and what will be the rush on the roads after that? So we do not want to create pressure on the existing infrastructure of the city, but we would like to develop the outskirts of the city where people can reach to the city in 30 to 40 minutes. Why do we do this? Because we can demand facilities from the whatever authorities that you call in who are doing the things, because we need the peripheral development of a city. What is the peripheral development? That is, first is infrastructure, second is drainage, third is transportation, water, and the digital presence. So this is the concept that we are coming for the property development. So what we will do in the land bank is we are going to have land in our land bank from the places like Kudai, Suratkal, or whichever area that you can travel by 30 minutes to the city. This is the concept that we have. And we will provide low-cost housing. There is no inbuilt cost in our construction or residential apartment or retail. We are very transparent, and that's what we want to change. We also will provide the low-cost integrated facilities. Today, if you see Mangalore, the facilities are given in bits and bits. Somebody is doing cleaning, somebody is providing lift maintenance, somebody is providing MEP, some electrical. So what we are doing is we are providing the integrated facilities management solution, which is the entire facilities management will be under one roof. So whoever wants to, whether the buildings or the apartments or the institutions or the banks or private, whatever facilities that they need, they will come to us as a bundle. So there is no need for them to go for one service to one person or another company. No, we will give the total integrated facilities required for their buildings or apartments, whatever it is. Now, what we do, why we are different, we will provide this 24/7 service. One is we will place in-house people in the apartments or in the buildings or in the whatever departments, schools, educational institution. We will place our people who will be available 24/7, or they can be outsourced to us where we will reach within 15 minutes of the call. How we are going to do, that's a business secret I cannot share with you, but we are going to reach whoever calls us in 15 minutes. And on top of that, today digitalization is very important. So all our services will be available on digital platforms. You know what are the digital platforms? The websites or the apps or other social media. We want to organize this facilities management, that are available, because today this sector is totally unorganized. Whether it is cleaning, whether it is electrical, whether it is plumbing, whether it is mechanical, landscaping, garden maintenance, whatever that you call, it is totally unorganized. So we want to make it as an organized sector where the employees working in facilities management, they will have all the facilities that other people get in the organization, like Provident Fund, ESI, or other health and other facilities. This is our target, to have these two activities, property development and facilities management, in Mangalore. Now, second, what I am talking to you is about the tagline. That is business for purpose. The first and foremost thing of this purpose is employment generation. I remember I went abroad in 1980s and then first went to Mumbai and then to UAE because there were no opportunities over here and we had to go. And today, if you see, I am there for the last 30 plus years, and today we see back or come today's position, it's the same that in Mangalore, people study and then they go abroad or they go to different cities, I mean metros, so that they won't stay back here. So our purpose of creating these two facility or these two activities over here through a company is to have the generation of employment. This is the foremost thing that we are doing. And you people or media friends, you always talk about brain drain, or we talk about brain drain. So we want to stop this brain drain, okay, and we need your support to highlight this particular thing, how we can stop the brain drain. We can't leave these things to the government or any other people, but we need to do something about it. This is why we are here. So, if we are stopping the brain drain, then we need to create opportunities for the people. How? We need to create the services or the products that can generate employment for them. So with that, we give them the better opportunities to stay back. We give the better salaries compared to the metropolis or other Gulf countries or any other places across the globe. And we need to give them the growth prospects in the company. They also need to see that their quality of life increases. This is the business purpose that we have. Employment generation, stop the brain drain, and then give the better opportunities and better salaries and the growth chart or growth map to the employees. I do not know how many of you know about social business. There are two things. One is business, another is NGO activity. Now, business, they do everything for profit. Some may do for very high profits, some do for low profit, but the ultimate goal is to have the profit. For NGO, it is charitable activity and they do everything for charity. So, we are talking about social business, where we want to do business and then we want to do charity also. This is called social business. So wherever we are, we want to lift the life of the people that we are working, the communities that we are living in. First and foremost community is the employees of the company and their families, and then the social communities that we have around us. So you are very well aware and you write about it that we have crony capitalism, because the profit or corporations that are doing or business, those who are operating, their ulterior motive is to have magnanimous profits. So we want to say something that these cultures have to be changed. So somebody has to lead. So we have to come out from the greed culture to give culture. And then we have to come from the amass culture to distribute culture. So this is what we are going to practice in our business. So where we do a social business. And fourth important thing is, we want to call or we want to give a call to the non-resident Indians. Today we have NRIs who are successful in many Gulf countries, US, UK, Australia and Far East. But they they do not come and invest in Mangalore. Sorry to say that, and you all know. They either invest in land or they invest in a residential apartment or a villa, or they do some charity. Other than that, they do not come and invest in Mangalore, unlike Bangalore and other cities. The whole reason is they are having a fear psychology. Fear from what? Lot of reasons, you know. And another thing is corruption, transparency, no conducive atmosphere. So what we are saying is, this is wrong, these things need to be changed. This is why we have come here. We want to give a call to the non-resident Indians, those who want to invest, come to Mangalore. Let's start building the economy of Mangalore by investing in Mangalore. There are, what I have seen as a business advisor and a professional, that this city or the undivided Dakshina Kannada has got ample opportunities for investment. So, through you, the media, I am giving a call to the non-resident Indians, come to Mangalore, but you should have a business advisor right from day one. Whoever it is. Those who have international exposure, experience, where they can give you the business advice to set up your business right from the scratch till you do the operations and even managing the operations. So this is what we do at Sapling as quick advisory, because we do this service abroad and we have started this service in April 2022 over here, and that's how we have got Sapling to Mangalore. Sapling wants to do something better or something good for Mangalore, because around 30 years back, the directors of this company also wanted to stay over here. They could not, they traveled abroad. Today they want to give back something where they can help to generate the employment over here. So what are the scopes that are available here for the non-resident Indians? Of course, the venture capital is the first thing, and they can invest in startups, they can invest in artificial intelligence, they can invest in alternate energy, they can do a lot on digitalization, they can do product expansion for the existing companies, they can also invest in geographical expansion of the existing companies. The NRIs have got opportunity to invest in directly like the Sapling does. But once again, I say they should have a business advisor right from day one. Then only it will be successful. Then only it will be a transparency thing. Sapling, the fifth point that I am going to stress, Sapling is a zero debt company, now and in future also. Now, why zero debt? Because we are not going to borrow from banks. We are not going to borrow from third parties. The interest cost that is passed on to the customers will be a saving, and that is directly passed on to the customers because of the cost reduction that we have. That is where we can compete, and we can provide, as I said, low cost housing and low cost facilities. I hope you understand, because when the debt is not there, the interest cost is not there, and that is passed on to the customers. And one more thing that I want to stress is the NRIs. Non-resident Indians, when they do anything, they are the best regulation compliant people. Because even when I drive over here, I follow a lane. I don't see who is driving how, but I follow the lane because this is how we drive abroad. Similarly, when we do anything, whether it is business or anything, we plan it out and we comply with the regulatory authorities. For example, in construction, if we have to follow certain rules of fire or proper parking facilities, we will abide by that and we will follow the regulations, because we are investing the hard-earned money and we want to see how best we can give the facility and customer service for the people. Lastly, I want to say the advantages of business advisory. Any business, whether it is from here or which is established by non-resident Indians, the advantage of business advisory is this, because the business advisory comes with lot of expertise and capabilities. There will be resources for every activity whichever the company wants to do. Any person that want to invest in digitalization, the business advisory will have the capabilities and resources to help them or assist them to successfully do the business. Whether it is a chemical manufacturing unit, the business advisory will have the expertise to set up the chemical industry and to do the operation management. I want to tell you, because I have 42 years experience as a professional in all fields, whether it is support services, which includes IT, HR, accounts, finance management, and then digital marketing, media, all those expertise and capabilities I have, and we have a team to do the things. Friends, this is what I am briefing you. I have already given you the picture, what we are doing, what is our activity, about the company, about the tagline, and the advantages of business advisory. I leave it open, this forum. You have any questions regarding to sapling or to the business advisory, we can definitely answer it. But what we want is, in your reporting, we would like you to highlight the investment opportunities that are there for the non-resident Indians in Mangalore. They don't have to fear. We can really create a good economy for Mangalore, and plus the employment opportunities. I mean, not friends in Canada, those who are speaking. Yeah, briefly, ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Sapling Multi Ventures, ಬಾಂಬೆಯಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆದ ಕಂಪನಿ 2022 ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 4 ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಒಂದು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟು, ವೆಂಚರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲು, ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ 2 ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ವೆಂಚರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ನಾವು ಬಾಂಬೆಯಿಂದ ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ವೆಂಚರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್. ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಸಬ್ಸಿಡರಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್. ನಾವು ಮೇನ್ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ, ಇದನ್ನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮದು ಯಾವುದು ವೆಂಚರ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಕಿಟ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಕಂಪನಿ ಮತ್ತು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋದಾದರೆ, ನಾವು ಈ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್, ಈಗ ಸನ್ಶೈನ್ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಬಜ್ಪೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಡೋದು ಸಂಡೇ ಇದರ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಲೇಯಿಂಗನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಆನಂತರ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಓಷನ್ ಪೋರ್ಲ್ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋದರೆ ವಿದಿನ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ 1 minute ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಆರ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಆದಿತ್ಯ ಲೋಟಸ್ 2nd floor. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡೂ, ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಒಂದು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕನ್ನು ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 5 yearsಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸಾಧಾರಣ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಓವರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 200 crores that we are talking about. in facility management, in ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ವೆಂಚರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದರ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಲೋ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಹೌಸಿಂಗನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ, ನಾವು ಲೋ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟಗ್ರೇಟೆಡ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಈ ಟ್ಯಾಗ್ ಲೈನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋದಾದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇನ್ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ 1980 ನಾವು ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟುಡೇ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದರ್ ಈಸ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಡ್ರೈನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ. ಒಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಉದ್ಯೋಗವನ್ನು ಕಲ್ಪಿಸಿ ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಮಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬೆಟರ್ ಅಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ಗ್ರೋತ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ಅವರ ಹೇಗೆ ಅವರ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿಗೆ ತರ್ಬೋದು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಾನು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಬೋತ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮಿನಿಮೈಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್, share maximum with the communities. The important thing is ನಮ್ಮ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಬೆಟರ್ ಲೈಫನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವ ಆ ಉದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ನಾವು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ NRIsಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಬಂಡವಾಳವನ್ನು ಹೂಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಅನುಕೂಲ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇದೆ. ಯಾವ ಥರದ ಒಂದು ಫಿಯರ್ ಸೈಕೋಸಿಸ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾವುದು ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಅಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ NRI ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಎ ಅಡ್ವೈಸರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ NRI ಆ್ಯಸ್ directors of sapling, now this is what we want to say. There are ample opportunities where we can ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಕಾನಮಿಗೆ, ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಇಕಾನಮಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಟು ವರಿ, ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಡ್ವೈಸರ್ ವಿತ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋಷರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟೀಸ್. ಇದು ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಝೀರೋ ಡೆಟ್ ಕಂಪನಿ. ಯಾವ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿನಿಂದ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯಿಂದಾಗಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಾಲ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಈ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಬಂಡವಾಳವನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಹೂಡಿಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದು ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್, ಸೊ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಎನಿ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಝೀರೋ ಡೆಟ್ ಕಂಪನಿ. ಇದರ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಏನಂದರೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟು ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಆ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನನ್ನು ನಾವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಕಸ್ಟಮರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಬೈ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಲೋ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಹೌಸಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತದೆ, ಲೋ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಮೇನ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವಿಷಯ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿ ನಾನ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್, ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಬೈಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಅಥಾರಿಟೀಸ್. ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫ್ಲೌಟ್. ನಾವು ಏನು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ, ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್, ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಮೈಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ regulatory requirements, whether it is compliance from the ROCs, from the legal side, from the taxation side. We never compromise because we follow that abroad. Otherwise there is a huge penalty there, and we believe that we are abroad and we are doing the work over here. So there is no, as far as the NRIs are concerned, ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಕಂಪ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿವೆ. ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಡ್ವೈಸರಿಯ ಒಂದು ಯಾಕೆ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇದೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಗೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅವರ ಹತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಥರದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್, ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಟು ಕಂಪ್ಲೈ ವಿತ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಬಟ್ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸೇ, ಯಾರು ಕಂಪ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ವಾ ಅವರು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಡ್ವೈಸರಿ ಹತ್ರ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರು ಕಂಪ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಡ್ವೈಸರಿ ಹತ್ರ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರು ಕಂಪ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅವರು ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಡ್ವೈಸರಿಯನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಐ ಎಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮೈ ಬ್ರೀಫಿಂಗ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಯಾವ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಡ್ವೈಸರಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, now why we have gone to the outskirts of Mangalore? because first is the land prices are cheaper compared to the Mangalore city. That is the first cost. So the land cost is reduced. Second is, I told you it's a zero debt company. The interest cost will not be loaded onto the customer. That's a huge cost. You can calculate. We are now constructing a 41,000 square feet of facility in Bajpe. So if you have to borrow money, 75% of the cost, if you estimate the cost as say 15 crores, so 75% has to be borrowed from the bank or third parties. What happens is, sometimes even the 25% is also borrowed from third parties, which carries an interest of almost 24% per annum. So where is this cost being charged to? To the customer. So we are not doing anything else. We are reducing the interest burden on us because we are only seeing the profit. We are not looking at the interest, because when we invest, we will get the profit. And our profit margin also, we are not going, I told you about the greed and give culture. We do not have the greed culture, we have the give culture. We don't have the amass culture, we have got the distribute culture. So when we say distribute, our customers also are the community who has to be benefited. So when we reduce the cost of construction by these, naturally the cost of housing will come down. A one bedroom house, for your example, will be less than 30,000 rupees. 30 lakhs, less than 30 lakhs, for your information. Right now, our 1 BHK is 770 square feet.
What's the cost?
Sorry?
What's the cost?
1 BHK.
1 BHK.
Yeah, selling price I am saying.
Yeah, including land.
Yeah, including land.
How many square?
No, 770 square feet, you divided by 435 square feet, there will be, yeah, but that is the undivided right that is being given, shared between all the apartment owners and the retail owners. Yeah. Then accordingly, that will be whether 2 BHK, 3 BHK. We have in the first sapling that we have in Bajpe, we have in each floor, first floor to fourth floor, we have in each 3 2 bedrooms, 1 3 bedroom and 1 bedroom. So it is, we will do not only here, even in the future development that we have, we will give priority for everybody. Those who cannot afford 3 BHK, 2 BHK, we will give 1 BHK also. What we are saying is, the people who are giving rent today, for them we are providing housing. So instead of paying rent, you borrow and have a EMI so that you can own a house in 10 years or 12 years or 15 years according to your salary structure.
How much land you have in the land bank?
Right now we have, this is the first one. I told in 18 months we will have at least 7 to 8 properties of 30 to 35 cents each. You can ask me anything, even business advisory, how it is important, you can ask, no problem. I am ready to answer your business advisory questions.
Suppose it is a single property with construction. That is what I am asking.
Yes.
Now suppose I want 1,500 square feet house with land. How much it will cost?
No, we are not going to do any villas. We are not going to be developers in that. We will have our own properties and we will invest the money. We will not do any joint development. We will not do anything which is where we have partnerships and no. And we are why we are targeting we are not going for high-rise buildings. That also I have to tell you. Our constructions in the future also will be 4 to 5 floors, not more than that. Because we need to take care of everything that is required. We need to take care of the environment, what we have. We need not put pressure on the infrastructure. This is why we are talking about the outskirts, development of the outskirts, where the facilities can go from the government or the authorities to the outskirts of Mangalore. For example, drainage facilities. Today, Bajpe doesn't have drainage facilities, so we have to do our own. But we cannot compromise, we have to do it. Why we are saying like this? Because the drainage facilities have to be there even for that area. Why? They are also paying tax. They are also part of our ecology or the population that to have. This is why we are saying, by creating facilities in the outskirts, we can say that we want facilities for them, whether it is drainage, whether it is digital, whether it is transportation, everything need to be provided.